Okay, you see, first of all, I am drawing up to this hatched portion. Then we can draw that wings. For drawing the hatched portion, uh, try uh, draw to this thing. This there's an arc of radius 150, and the center point of that arc is not known to us. That is why it is having this symbol. First of all, draw an arc of 150 radius. Anyway, start with the two center lines. Okay, making these two coincident. Okay, and also horizontal. And draw a 3 point arc. One, two, three. From this and this, let it be coincident. 150. Then here, here, here. It is symmetry. Symmetry around this center line. Symmetry. Um, I'm just giving a tangent with this thing so that it is just fixed like this. Okay. Then we have, you see, there is some inclination is there, some angle is there, but the proper length of that angle is not given. Sorry, the proper length of this point is not given. In such cases, how we have to do the assembly or drawing is that check where that part is going to get attached or getting assembled. When I look to the assembly drawing, I can see that, you see, this is the valve, and it is getting attached to this part, right? That is number six. Part number six is Part number six is valve seat. Now look for the dimension. Look for the complete assembly. We can see here there is valve. There is valve seat. I can understand from that it is uh, this valve seat. This portion of the valve seat is holding this valve. Now look for the valve seat dimension. Valve seat is nothing there itself, just close to this. Yes. Okay. The thing is that this portion has to be holding here. Understood. Now we know the dimension of this thing. Almost 10. Okay. Or it can be a little bit smaller or larger than 10. The thing is that it has to be supported here. Okay. Okay. So I am drawing, and there also one thing. Another thing. What I know is the distance from this point to this point, 125. So I am till here I am making uh, 125. Okay, I'm making it as 125. Understood. Let me again check the assembly. It is exactly matching till that point. From here to here, it has to be 125. 125. Then 45 inclined. Then length 45 inclined. Then this length, the angle between this thing and this thing is 45, or this thing is 140, 135. And then this 10, then this is 6, this is 6, then another angle 130, 125 radius, another arc is there. Before that, let me mirror this thing to the other side. One, two, mirror entities, mirror about this plane. Give. Then use 3-point arc. One, two, three, and radius is 20. Okay. Now this line, these dimensions are clearly shown here. This is dia 17. This is not dia; it is just 40. That means this thing is not dia. Here it is 20. Uh, Here there is a small fillet of 5. Then there's a distance of 25 plus 16 plus 19 plus 5 plus 6 is the distance of this thing, right? Don't bother to calculate. From here to from here to here, it is 16 plus 19 plus 22 plus 6. 6 plus 19 plus 22 plus 6, right? 63. 16 plus 19 plus 22 plus 6. It's 20, 63. Okay. Then from here to here, 70. 70. Then, okay, this much is now needed for roads. Trim the unwanted portions, okay? Uh, okay, I'm just trimming this thing only. This thing only, okay. Let the other part be like this. If I trim this thing, this line will become underdefined, because you know that the endpoint of that line is here only. That arc is here only. This arc will become underdefined, and the endpoint of that arc is here only. When it is not having an endpoint, there is a chance it to become underdefined. But no issue. We will have some other arrangements. You see, I'm using, there are two open regions, right? But when I'm using revolve command and I'm spraying the axis as this thing, it is asking for a selected counters. Under that, I'm selecting this region. I'm only selecting that region as the counter, selected counters. Then it will and there is no need of thin feet and all. Turn off that, I will get the required figure, right? And then we have to give a fillet here. I think there's a fillet of here is also there's a small fillet. I'm giving 2 5 here and here fillet, this edge and this edge. Not 10, both are 5. You okay? Now the first part of that thing is done, and going to next part. Sketch. Look at. You see, this is there's also some problem with the dimensions and all. Okay, you see here it is Here it is one larger one, this is a smaller one. That is problem with making the cut section and all. I am now I'm following a standard when I'm taking this dimension and drawing the figure. Okay. And here also there are something. This the maximum length of this has to be 60 at 56. Nothing else is mentioned so tightly. And there's a small chamfer is there. Then there are arc of radius 40 and two radius and another arc again 40, radius 40. And you see it's starting from this endpoint. Go to sketch, select this line, select this endpoint, move chamfer, then uh, select that arc, 3 point arc. I'm selecting 3 point arc and drawing an arc from here to almost here. One, two, it's like this, right? And I'm giving a dimension for this one so that it's making sure that it is from here to here it is 56. I'm giving a small chamfer dimension so that it is fully defined. Let it both be 5. This is 40, yes, 40. And there is another arc going from this direction. That has also be also to be 40. For that, I am using 3 point arc. Oh, sorry, tangent arc. Tangent arc from here to here, and also making sure that this thing is yes vertical, and making sure that this thing is okay. I'm just this thing is symmetric and mirroring this thing. Okay, wall thing. Mirroring it is mirror about here. This thing also. Okay, but still there will be some problem that is with the this location only. Okay. Yes. Is there any height mentioned? There are no height mentioned for this part. Right? So here we can assume a value. Okay. I'm just assuming a value from this center point, this to this point, this center point. It will be some 50. Oh, okay. That's a problem. That's another problem. Okay, let it be 40. 40. Yes, yes. From here to here, let it be 170, 70 something. Okay. And did you notice one thing? If I'm closing it right away here, there will be some problem. What is the problem? You see, here there is an arc, right? There is a space, right? That's curved only. Okay. That shouldn't happen. So just to avoid that thing, um, I can do many things. One among that is draw an arc, not on the face. Instead of closing it like this, draw a 3-point arc, give a radius of what was the radius? 150, 140, 150. And then extrude, okay, so that it is not there is no void here inside that portion. Okay. Here also we don't need the I just need the half portion only. uh, just draw a line. I'm not trimming these portions. I think you know the reason why I'm not trimming. When I'm trimming this, it becomes over defined and so on. So I'm just extruding the region, only the counter which I require, that is this thing. Not in this direction, in using mid plane, and thickness is 8. Okay. And the next step is pattern this thing. Circular pattern, right? Circular pattern. And the feature, as the features to pattern, here the extrude, and as the direction I'm selecting this circular face, and give equal spacing, give 360, number of instances as 4. Give okay. This is the thing. Understood? And this is the view which we are seeing. Actually, not this. This is here also there is a small cut. Okay, I forgot to do that thing. And just edit the sketch and give a small cut here. Okay, draw a circle of radius 6. Sorry, radius 3. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Not radius, dia 6. Here it is looking so large and here it is looking so small. I don't know what is the reason. Anyway, let me just put something more than 6 then. Let it be some 10 or 12. Feature, sorry, sketch, trim these portions. Okay. And for some reason, the fully defined got under. Just select this thing and select this thing and give a coincident relationship. Okay, that will get solved. Exit. Now that issue is also solved. Fine. This is the part we are seeing this cross section like this. Understood. Even the cross section is not like that. Okay, it is over some another plane, and the cross section what we are seeing is something like this only. Yes, some other kinds of cross section we are seeing. I am not fully getting how the cross section they are taken. Okay, and then what this cut. For that, what I can do is select the midplane. Yes, right. Draw a small rectangle here, which is a distance of 16 from the top, and uh, 9 and 40. I'm using a center line just to locate the center point of the square. From here to here, what was the radius? 19, 20, 22. What? Yes, 16. 16, 19. The length is 40, right? 70, 40. Yes. Then simply cut, extrude cut through all both, through all both. In both direction, it is cutting through all, or up to next in direction one and two. Anyway, according to then there is one hole at the top of radius 22. Sketch. I sketched here. Circle here. Draw a circle of radius 22. Extrude cut up to next. Fine. This is the thing which we have. Try make this thing, okay? And also one more thing, let me show you this shaft thing. This looks very easy, but there is some adjustment has to be given. You see, this is a hole for a taper pin. That means this taper pin has to fit exactly in that hole. Uh, this taper pin has to fit exactly in the hole. That means the taper pin dimension it is given as 1 is to 15. That means if the distance, if the length here is 5, after when the length is extended till 50, the dia should become 6. That is the idea behind this 1 is to 50. Okay. We should have 1 minute. Oh, okay. Uh, there are a lot of things running on background, I think. What? Okay, fine, fine, fine. You see, now this thing we are going to draw this, not the taper pin, that hole, mainly that hole. It's a collar with the dia. It's having a 32 and 22, right? And concentric circle with the dia 22 and 32. 22 dia, 32 first one, second one. 32. Okay, fine. Yes. Sorry? Okay. and then it is having a height of 40. 40. Okay. Front line, give a sketch. Look at. Then through the center, there's a central. Through the middle, there's a center line, and there has to be a hole. You see that hole has one thing. It is having a length of a smaller dia, and it is having a larger dia. Right? That yes, that's because this taper pin has to exactly fit here. That is the idea. And the taper pin entire length is no entire length is 34. Okay, I'm just drawing a 34 here so that for a reference purpose, I'm just drawing some 34 and also making sure that just a half is only half is that. I saw. I'm just making it 17, so it will be correct. Okay. You see, the way to draw the thing is here it is 2.5, and when it goes to a distance of 15, that should be 3. You see, here the distance is 2.5, that is half of 5, and 1 is to 50 means when the length of the taper is 50, there should be 1 mm increase in dia. That is, this should be 3. You see, it 1 is to 50. It is 5 when the length is increased till 50. The radius should be the dia should be 6. That means the radius should be 3. Then give a revolve cut here. Okay, feature revolve cut. Revolve cut around this axis. Okay, just changing the view mode. You see, this is the figure. If I'm taking the cross section, it is the figure. Okay, this the same concept can be applied while creating the taper also. Here the thing is that that taper pin will pass through this thing, and after a certain limit, it won't pass this hole. Okay, yes, tell me. Yes, same method will be applied. Okay, let me consider how to draw that taper pin. Okay, here do you understand why I draw while creating this sketch? Why I drew this center line first and all? Because I have to make. I have to make sure that a little portion of this thing is going outside. Otherwise, there is no use of that taper pin, right? Uh, okay, that's why I draw that center line first. That can be drawn with some other ideas also if you wish. Okay. Now let me see how to draw that taper pin, not the whole taper pin. For that also, I'm not using a center line. I'm just using lines. Okay, 1:50, and same taper pin. Okay, the total length is 50, and this has to be 2.5. This has to be 3. Okay. Now I'm revolving this thing. Okay. You see, now the length of the taper pin is 50, right? But for our purpose, it is only 34. Now what we have to do is cut away the remaining portion which is not required. This much portion is not required, right? 16 is not required. And cut this thing. Feature, extruded cut in through all both. That's it. The condition is also satisfied, and plus including the length is satisfied, right? And give a dome here. Okay, give a small dome here. This much size is not required. Give us a small dome of point 0.5 or something. That is enough. Just to represent this thing. Okay, even that is not required. I just simply do that. Fine. Vishwarup, I will send this video now. Please try this. Okay.